Go and open your book to page 452. Today's lesson is learn how to use a calculator to evaluate logs and how to solve the exponential functions equations. So let's go to example 1. Example 1, A. It says find the following logarithm. So you have the log of 3.8. Now notice there's no subscript. When there's no subscript, it's base 10 because we use base 10 system, right? So we use it so often, it's called a common log because it's so common, and because we use it so much that we just use it as a default. So when you don't see a number, that means it's base 10. Okay. So when you get the calculator over here, you're going to see this button log. Okay, that is the base 10, and that's why you see the 10 to the x. That's the inverse function, right? That's the exponent function. So log and exponents are inverse of each other, so you can see that. So this is how you're going to operate. This is how you're going to use the calculator. So log of 3.8. Now your calculators may be different, so key sequence may be different. Some of you have to enter log and 3.8 and push equal. Okay, but for my calculator, I have to push in the numbers first, pushing 3.8, and I push the log function key, and that's it. So that's the answer. Okay, so now let's go to B. So this would be 0.5798. You should get about 4 decimal places. Okay. Now let's go to B. You have a log of 97500. So again, you go to the calculator, you enter the number 97500, and you just push the log button, and that's your answer. So it's 4.989. Okay. Again, some calculator you have to enter the log, then the number. If you have the directional key, the arrow key over here, most of those kind of calculator, you have to enter the log function first, then the number. The one without the arrow keys, then it would be enter the number first and then the function key. Okay, now let's go to C. You have log of 0.000542. Again, you just enter that, so 0.000542, and then you're pushing log, and that's it. So it's negative 3.2, negative 3.267, or 266. Now for this homework, when you do your homework, right, and then you check your answers, the answer is going to vary slightly because the answers in the book is based on using the table, so it's not as accurate. The answer you get from your homework you're using calculator, so it's more accurate. So you're going to be off just a little bit. So when you check your answers, if the answer is off a little bit, then that's fine. Okay, now let's go to example 2. Example 2a, you're looking for log of x equal to 0.8995. So now if the value that you're looking for is already in a log, you have to go backward. So you have to use a second function. So you have to use the second log. Okay, or see the 10 to the x exponent. So because this is a base 10, right? If you switch these, right? If you switch so it's a base 10, and if you switch into the exponential form, it would be 0.8995 equal to x. So it's the same thing. So that's why if you look over here, see this button over here, that's a 10 to the x, right? That's a second function. So to find this answer, all you have to do is, again, if you have to type in the second function, then the number if you have the arrow keys. But for this calculator, you enter the number, so 0.8995, then you go second log. So second is an inverse function. Okay, so x would be equal to 7.934. Okay. And let's go to B. If you have a log x, is equal to 2.4825. Okay, so again, it's very simple. You just enter 2.4825, and then you go second log. and so x would be equal to 303.7. Okay, now let's go to example 3. You have the fifth root of 493. Now, back in my days, again, there's no calculator, so to get a fifth root, you need to convert into logs and use the logs to evaluate. But now you have calculator, it will do all those things. So you don't have to do all. You don't have to convert everything into logs anymore. So you just have to know how to use a calculator. So this one is a fifth root. So you have to use this function right over here. Okay, so this function over here. So you enter 493, and you go second function of that to enter. Then you enter 5, the fifth root, and you enter push equal, and that's it. So basically, you just need to know how to operate your calculator. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 3.46. And for B, you have 0.173 to the 6th power. So this one has this function key over here. This is the exponent function key. Okay. So this one you just go 0.173. Okay, 0.173, and then you go push the exponent key over here and enter the exponent 6 and push equal, and that's your answer. It should be 0.0000268. Okay. Now let's go to example 4. Example 4. Now you have to solve the equation. You got 3 to the 2t equal to 5. Whenever variable is in the exponent position, that is your clue. You have to convert into log. Okay? You have to take the log on both sides. That's the only way to bring this down to the down from the top, because you won't be able to solve directly with this in the exponent. So again, when a variable is in the exponent, you want to use the log. So take the log on both sides. And then you go in, now you can apply the third law, right? You can bring this to the front. So it becomes 2t log of 3 equal to log of 5. So now the variable is down here. Now you can go and solve. So divide both sides by 2 log of 3. So t equal to log 5 over 2 log 3. So this is called a calculation ready form. Okay, so this is the answer for part A. So calculation ready form means you want to get a variable to itself and everything else on this side, so you can get ready to use calculator. That's what I mean. Okay, so calculation ready form means it's this. You got variable equal to whatever all this junk over here. Okay, now let's go to B. Now B, you're going to get the answers now. So to enter the calculator, so this is what you do, right? So 5 log. Now you have to divide by 2. Okay, I want to be safe, so I push equal. Now everything on the denominator, you have to push divide. So even though this is 2 times that, okay, make sure you divide everything is on the bottom. Okay, everything on denominator, you have to push divide. So divide again. So divide log of 3 and push equal. Remember to push equal, and that's your answer. So t equal to 0.7325. Okay, so again, this is calculation ready form, and this is your answer. And you said 3 significant digits, sorry. So 3 significant digits, you have to run these things off and make it into a 3. Okay? So 3 significant digits. So make sure you follow the instruction. Okay, now let's go to example 5. Now example 5 is very important. Okay, this rule is very simple, super simple, but you must know this in order to be able to use calculator. So page 454, example 5. You have log 7 base 4. Okay, so now you have a problem because this is a common log. On the calculator, this is a common log, and it's base 10, but this is base 4, so you cannot use the calculator right now. So what you need to do is you have to find a way to convert into base 10 so that you can use a calculator. Now the way to convert this is this is called a change of base form. Okay, so change of base formula. So the way to do it is, you see the number, you have one number up here, one number down here, right? So it's very simple. This will equal to log of 7 over log of 4. Okay, and you can use any base over here you want, but because we're going to use calculator, so we're going to use base 10. You can use base 1 and base 2. You cannot be base 1, right? The base cannot equal to 1. And have to be greater than 0, right? But other than that, you can use base 2, base 3, base 4, whatever base, right? But because you want to use calculator, you want to use a base 10. So you can use calculator. So again, the top number goes on the top, the bottom number goes on the bottom, and over here you can use any base. And then after that, you're ready to use calculator. So you're going to have the log 7 divided by log of 4 equal, and that's your answer. So equal to 1.4, how many digits? Did I say how many decimal? No, it didn't say. So we just go for 1.404, and that's it. Okay. So again, the top number goes on the top, the bottom number goes on the bottom. Okay, so let's go and do some practice.